Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setup for today. So we do have diversions here, but we've also got a crossover of the oscillators pointing to the upside with a strong bar. My concern with the strong bars is this an exhaustion bar. Okay, it's a strong bar. It basically tested the swing high here. Now, if you look at it, you can see there is a shoulder. This is a massive head. Now, the big question is, are we going to form a right shoulder? Now, from price action perspective, the 155 does need to be tested. It hasn't been tested yet on the 8 hour. There are a few gaps to the downside, which would act as magnets as well. And you can see this area here was just before the last CPI. And then we had the same kind of situation before the CPI. And then we've had this move to the upside. The CPI is not, or the data is not entirely, let's just say, it's accurate, but it's not a reflection of what's actually going on. So CPI is lower because of oil and gas. It's not lower because of food and basic living things, food, rent, electricity, that kind of stuff. So at the moment, my view right here is a little bit cautious. So we haven't got a daily break above this either. There's a daily rejection of this level. Yes, we've gapped up at the moment, but I suspect we're going to have some kind of a pullback to test some structure. So can't really see, I suppose we can say inside there for the 8 hour, that would test the range. So move up, range, retest, that would give us the validation we're looking for. But if we drop down to the 3 hour, you're going to see a little bit of a different picture. Look at the oscillators, group the upside, bit of a flag forming. So definitely looking for some kind of a pullback. 3 hour is going to be that area there. So we're coming to the end of the week. So the other thing to bear in mind is that we don't have any pullbacks and we just keep sort of grinding higher. That's going to be a big weekly, not quite an engulfing bar, but a big weekly green bar closed above the previous week. But these oscillators are worrying me. It's we're very, very, very much overbought at the moment. Dropping to the hour, and you'll see there's your flag, pretty clear. We've got the crossover that happened yesterday. The oscillators pointing to the upside. So we want to be going with the trend. Trend is up, but where do we want to buy off? So first logical area is going to be down here at 41.89. Second logical area is going to be down here at 41.70. And this 4200 is going to be something else that would more than likely get tested today. The question is whether we're going to find support there. And with that, it brings us down to the 15-minute chart, because that's what you're going to need to be paying attention to. So you can see here's the gap, here's a 42.10, and then you've got another little bit of structure in between this over here. So moving averages are up. We are in an uptrend on the 15-minute. You're looking to buy off support, and your first area of support will be here at 42.10, but I suspect that gap will close. And if that gap closes, then that level is null and void. Then you're looking at the next level, which is 4200. 4200 for me is probably the one that we do need to pay attention to. So looking for price to come back to that. And if we can hold above it today, then we have a confirmation of a potential breakout to the upside. So obviously I want to see that on a weekly, because we've been in this downtrend for quite a long time. So that's kind of the view we're looking at the moment. Failing that, then we're looking at this area at 41.90. Failing that, we're looking at 41.70. So rule of thumb today, wait for the level. You're looking for pin bars, inside bars, or engulfing bars on one of these levels. I do suspect this gap is going to close, and I think 4200 is going to be the line in the sand you need to pay attention to. Your problem here, you've got two stop areas. So the one is going to be 70 points away. I'd go with a 240 point stop, drop it below this pin bar here. So place your entry there, put your stop in here, and then wait to see what happens. So, as I said, as people dissect the CPI data, things may change later this afternoon, and you may get your rejections higher up for a move to the downside. But I think the focus is now on the Feds and what kind of interest rate hike they're going to be pulling through. And the rumors are already starting that it won't be a 0.75% basis hike, it will be a 0.50 basis hike. So that's already good news that the market's looking for just based on the CPI data. Not that the CPI data is meaningful at the moment, but anyway, that's how the markets swing. And the reality is there's lots of retail traders that are going to be trapped, and they're already trapped, thinking that they're going to make a ton of money with this market falling to the floor. And unfortunately, that's not the way the market's designed. Anyway, I just want to finish off on the weekly, and you can see nice, decent retest of the 155 here. So, the price action works on all time frames, and you can see on the weekly, we've got positive structure here, and then the break of that positive structure back into the zone of resistance here. Now, the big thing is if we clear this and we come back and we get a crossover of those moving averages, then we have a continuation to the upside. And if you look at the oscillators, we are in a clear uptrend. So you're looking to buy off structure at the moment. Anyway, that is my view for today. I hope it helps, and pay attention to this level, because a decent break of that validates this massive double bottom, and it is 5,485 points wide. So that would take us to roughly the previous highs. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view today. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.